Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into Jimin actually addressing the really bad comments that he gets and kind of everything around that. I have a lot of thoughts on this, and this is something that we need to talk about and have a conversation about. I also want to get into something a bit lighter at the end, which is Jungkook and the conversation we have been having revolving around all his tattoos and piercings. So grab your dumpling or tea spilling mug merch and let's get into the tea. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be first to leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. The first thing I really want to get into today is what is going on with Jimin. If you are new to the fandom, you might be completely oblivious to this, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not, honestly. Jimin is one of the most popular members of BTS, or at least claimed to be, and he does get a lot of hate comments. Keep in mind, a lot of the members get hate. This comes with being well known. I think it's fairly normal to assume every public figure probably has death threats in their inbox. It's like when you sign that you want to create art, you're agreeing to being threatened to die. It's a norm, but it's definitely not something that should be. No one should feel unsafe or unloved, but I want to preface that all members get a lot of hate. We just talk about those hate comments with Jungkook, Taeyang, and Jimin because the maknae line is the most popular, allegedly. I don't really know if that's true or not. Jimin has been the one that has been getting these awful comments thrown at him through live streams, the Tweetster, and just anywhere people can leave a comment. And armies have been more vocal about his negative comments more than anyone else's. And this could be a reason that his comments are actually particularly bad. They're not just mean words said to him, but even people explaining graphically what they would do to him, and even making fun of Jimin's past trauma. As you can imagine, that's going to be something very triggering on a bigger scale than just, oh, we hate his music, go die. I'm obviously not going to read those comments. They're triggering on a much bigger scale. Like, hate comments are triggering to armies because it's their favorite person that you're insulting, but these comments go so far beyond insulting an idol. It's insulting anyone who may have a similar trauma to maybe what Jimin has gone through. So I'm not reading those, but it did get so bad that armies were buying out billboard trucks to park in front of their label's building to protest why the label Big Hit is not doing anything about this. Long story short, my opinion is that there isn't anything they can do. Fight me on that or whatever you want, but they can't take legal action on every single comment that exists. They lose money on these legal battles, and they have to prove that the hate comments Jimin is getting is costing them album sales, or if the hate comments is endangering the artist's lives. Other than that, I don't think there's anything they can do. Now, this got to the point where during the pandemic, it was like every day that I was seeing protests and trending hashtags of people angry at what was going on with Jimin and didn't know where to direct their hate. So anyone that spoke about this issue got hate. But we need to talk about it. One, it's an issue that is traumatic to so many people, even people outside the fandom would see this as bad. But two, I don't think the ways that some people are going about trying to protect Jimin is the correct way to do it. During BTS' recent V Live, where they were all together, I think they have done some solo V Lives since then, but this was them all together. And they were there, I think, to promote Butter. They were just having fun, celebrating, and talking to us armies. One of the main scenes in there that was extremely heartbreaking was when Jimin was on the phone literally checking the comments, and he was reading through a few of them. And you can visibly tell he was kind of upset or angry looking at something. Suga was laughing at something else and turned to read what was on Jimin's phone, and his face also immediately stopped smiling. And then RM, who was behind Jimin, leaned in to see what Jimin was reading, or to see what the comments were so he could address armies or say something or whatever. And immediately RM looked really, really mad. He was very mad. And Jimin then took his phone and put it down. Taeyang also saw, and so did Jungkook. From what I remember, I could be wrong, but I don't think Jimin checked the comments too much after that. And to be quite honest, this is exactly why K-pop idols don't check their comments or DM when they don't have to. Because you can literally get hundreds of I love yous, but it really is the one you suck or stop singing or die comments that ruin their day. But Jimin literally looked like he was about to cry, and armies were mad. Now, we can't confirm what it is exactly that they saw. The stream is over, and also we don't know if it was a comment or maybe it was an email from Big Hit about needing to practice and they can't sleep tonight because they have a big gig tomorrow. And they were looking forward to sleeping, you know? We don't know what was on that phone. But a lot of armies were assuming, of course, they were looking into the comments on the stream, and some people are saying they definitely saw mean comments in that moment Jimin was looking. Again, I can't confirm that myself, but you know, it's likely that could be true. Jimin did not seem too happy about this, and I think it's moments like this that make armies super protective, because no one deserves this, let alone a group of boys who have tried their absolute best to never be a problem for anyone and stay in their own lane. It'll be very different if someone who comes out and is a controversial public figure receives death threats. They shouldn't. I don't even condone death threats to even Trump, and I am not Trump's biggest fan, to say the least. But you can see why he would get them, or at least more of them. But for these boys who don't do anything controversial, I don't understand it. They're just like, la la la, I want to live, and people are like, no. Luckily, even with these crazy comments, the members don't just give up. They keep going. And they keep doing V-Lives, which is amazing. I love that. Recently, Jungkook actually talked about his tattoos and piercings a little bit on his V-Live. Let's start with the piercings, which has generated some of the biggest buzz, speculation, and conspiracy theories. For the Butter promo, he literally put jewels on his face, and you can definitely tell it was fake. And even during a V-Live afterwards, he talked about how it was glued on. And then right after, it seemed like he got what looked like a more real face piercing. Of course, everyone was split. Everyone was like, he confirmed it was fake. He talked about it. Well, it was fake at that point. But afterwards, it started to look real. There were 2 balls on his face. You know what? Who cares if it sounds dirty? You know what I mean. It's definitely hard to glue balls on your face without it falling off. I hope that doesn't sound dirty because I don't even know what that would be like. When he was doing the V-Live, there must have been an army who had asked about the piercing, and Jungkook was just so casually like, oh yeah, I got it pierced. You're telling me you didn't know the internet was going crazy over this. You're telling me you had no idea that the fandom did not know if it was real or not. That's literally all anyone talks about. But he just very casually stated in the V-Live that gluing on the jewel was annoying and it kept falling off. I guess. So he just decided to get it pierced. You know, just casually decide to kill some armies. No big deal. It is what it is. So this was an amazing confirmation for the fandom. I think we all needed to know, and now we know. This is why Jungkook needs to host these V-Lives more, and I'm glad he felt the courage to answer and read the comments this time, because it does take courage. These comments don't just say, your music sucks, but it's like making fun of how you look or your life choices. Now, one of the biggest mysteries of Jungkook is tattoos. Now, I'm not sure why I never saw comments on V-Live asking Jungkook to go over his tattoos. If we all collectively ask, he might show us, you know? He probably doesn't think we care. And since he never sees anyone ask him directly. But we do care. We care a lot. It's all I care about. Family? Pfft, no. Jungkook tattoos? Yes. But during the V-Live, they actually did show us a new tattoo. He was short sleeve, and when he lifted his arm to push his hair out of his face, the sleeve was pushed up and you can see the truth tattoo, which we have previously seen, but it looked a lot more filled in, and there was even designs that looked new and fresh. They look like dragon designs and just culture signs, like Asian culture signs. I'm not sure if it is or what it means at all, but that's just my theory. I don't see a reason why Jungkook wouldn't formally just show you the tattoos if asked. Like he's gonna be like, no, another day, but then maybe another day, right? But it's not as rare for him to host a V-Live. He does lives all the time, but he's usually doing something or not really reading the comments. I'd say it's very rare for him to be reading the comments, especially since his tattoos are out. Why not just ask? I don't know. I'm a little upset because it's a missed opportunity, and I don't think he's uncomfortable with answering it. I just think he thinks no one cares, so he didn't bother. But baby, we do care. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down, so to keep it over there on my Patreon. You can get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. And you can also request things you would like to see over there. Currently, we also have fan cafe videos, BTS reality TV show videos. So if you're interested in seeing any of that and kind of fangirling with me over that, then please make sure you check it out. We also have a great time interacting over there as well. All of that will be linked in the top of the description down below. There's also a video over there on the front page that goes over how you can support this channel even more if you'd like to do that. Make sure you go over there and check that out too. With that said, there's 2 videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.